Hey, Shad here with Speed Addict's fast growing gear site on the web, and today we're gonna uncrate the Alpinestars Tech 7s. Before we jump in and give you the full deep dive on the Alpinestars Tech 7s, go ahead and subscribe. That helps keep bringing you the best gear reviews in the universe. And if at any point you decide you'd like to purchase a set of Tech 7s from speedaddicts.com, don't worry, there's a link in the description below to shop for these boots or any other parts or gear you might need for your next two-wheel adventure. So, Alpinestars, they started in the boot game. That's where they made their name, and it was back in the 60s. So we have about 6 decades of R&D and boot making experience. Tech 7s are the gold standard. You're gonna see lots of these out there. If you haven't had a set of Tech 7s before, you're missing out. If you got the budget, you're a serious rider, you want a lot of protection, you want a comfortable fit, pretty much out of the box. The Tech 7s, very durable. As you can see, I have my own set over here, and they've served me well for a number of years now. These are the Enduro style. They have 3 different types. We've got the Enduro sole. We've got the Motocross sole, which is a bit smoother. And then they've got the Enduro Dry Star, which is the waterproof version. More on all these in just a second. Let's talk about pricing. So they have 3 main motocross boots in their lineup, Alpinestars does. You get the Tech 3, the Tech 7, and the Tech 10. So these are smack dab in the middle, and the pricing's kind of in the middle of the road too. So you're gonna start at about $400. You move up $20 for that Enduro sole, and another $20 if you want the Enduro Dry Star. The weight, these are pretty lightweight when compared to some of their competitors. One of these in a size 10 is gonna run about 3 pounds, 12 ounces. It is heavier than the Tech 3, so if you're on the fence, and maybe you're new to riding and you don't want to break the bank, the Tech 3s are an excellent option, and they're actually a touch lighter because they don't have as much protection. One less buckle, more on that later. These are CE certified, that's the European standard for health and safety, and the size ranges. So in the standard Tech 7 motocross sole, you get the biggest size range. That's gonna go from 5 to 16. So if you got a big foot, you're probably gonna end up in those ones. The Enduro and Enduro Dry Stars range from 7 to 14, still pretty generous as far as different sizing. And so let's talk about how they run. The Tech 7s actually run fairly true, if not just a touch big. And I say that because there's no half sizes. So if you're on the fence, if you wear a 12.5 in regular sneakers, you're probably gonna wanna go with the 12s. Try those first. The width is great. They fit most feet, even wider feet. The toe box is nice and wide and will accommodate that. But if you have a specific, if you're not a half size, like I wear a size 13 in sneakers, size 13 in Alpinestars are always right on the money. Go buy the Alpinestars sizing chart at speedaddicts.com. And remember, if you buy your next set of boots from Speed Addicts, not only will you outride your buddies next time you go out, but you get no cost returns. So if you miss the mark, they don't fit exactly how you want, make sure you just try them on at home. They're still new in the original packaging. And if you live in the US, a couple clicks gets you a completely free return label to exchange or return them. We make it real easy here at Speed Addicts. Give us a shot and we'll treat you like family. Okay, let's dive in here and start top to bottom. I'm gonna move the, this is the Enduro sole again. We'll show you more on that later, but we're gonna talk about the standard boot. The feature set is the same, kind of top to bottom. The sole is really the only thing that is the difference, and the Dry Star does have an extended gaiter and more waterproofing. We'll touch on that when we get to that. Okay, so let's talk about the new generation of boots. If you haven't bought boots in a while, maybe you have the old waffle sole, you know, that's sewn in, and it's got that ugly metal buckle up here on the front. Those days are gone. We're all going injection molded, and it's really a nice ergonomic, slim design boot so that it fits close to your foot as possible. It's gonna give you more control over your shift lever and your rear brake. You're gonna be more easily to hook that under. They do have that nice gnarly grip pattern right here on the top of each boot, and they hold up quite well. So you see mine, it's a little bit dirtier over here, but I've got a few years on this, probably these boots, maybe 30 rides or something, and that thing is held up quite well. Let's go back up to the top and show you how you get into these guys. So we have 4 buckles. The Tech 3s only have 3 buckles. So when you move up to the 7s, you get an extra buckle. It's gonna allow you to cinch this down a little bit tighter. And these are aluminum as opposed to the Tech 3. They are plastic and fiberglass reinforced. So You have the dagger side, real easy. It's just gonna slip into here. You pull that down, you get a nice, easy clip. If they get mucked up, you get dirt in them, hit them with the pressure washer or the hose outside and clear up that dirt. That's the only thing that will impinge on this closing. And like I said, these are aluminum. They're very, on both sides, very hard to break these unless you were to crash. Maybe you hit some pavement, you're a supermoto guy, you tear one of these off, don't worry, they are replaceable. A screw will take that out. And same with the adjustable strap. You pull it up and away, you will get plenty of slack and you can push it back into place, so adjust that to your heart's content. Let's unbuckle these guys and show you what we're working with here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, up at the top of the Tech 7, another thing that's different from the Tech 3 is you are gonna get perforation. The chassis of this boot is made from a faux leather material that is lighter than leather and nice and durable. And up at the top, where you get nice and hot, where your pants are riding, maybe you get some perforation on this one. So you get double closure. You get the strap and the Velcro. The Velcro goes first. And this thing opens up nice and wide. These boots out of the box are gonna be stiff because they are full-blown, full protection motocross boots, but be patient with them. They'll break in over a few rides. Inside, you see that mesh liner is 3D foam. Nice and comfortable, extra padding down in the ankle area. Just a real comfortable place to be. Down low, you see this gaiter. And in the Dry Star, this is gonna come up higher. It's gonna be more waterproof. If you're wondering, if you're a trail rider or enduro rider like me, you're wondering which boots to get. Should you pay the extra money for the Dry Star? Well, if you ever hit any sort of stream crossings or maybe you hit some snow for patches, get the Dry Stars. I have the standard Enduros. At the time I got these, they weren't making the Dry Stars in Tech 7 yet. I wish I had them. If you hit some stream and you don't pull your feet up high, you get water on them. The regular Enduros, you'll get water in your boots. It's a bummer. So go with the Dry Stars if you ever do some stream crossings. It's definitely my recommendation. Otherwise, this should do the job. A little bit of splash or dust, it'll keep it out of here. Back in the ankle area, there's a piece of suede that you can't see that's way down low in here that will keep your ankle planted so you don't bounce around these boots. And then further down, you have a removable footbed. So this is an upgraded one from the Tech 3. You can see it's dual compound. Nice and comfortable. I never replaced mine, but if you're someone that has arch problems, you want a more robust footbed, you can install whichever one you want into the Tech 7s. Okay, now that I got these buckled up, let's talk about what does the heavy lifting when it comes to impact protection on an Alpinestars boot. It's a 3-letter acronym called TPU. What the heck is that? That is thermoplastic polyurethane, and that is somewhere between a hard plastic and a soft pliable rubber. That's gonna give you durability, impact protection, but also give you flex. It's gonna allow this boot to move around. So everything you see that looks like plastic on the inside step, all the way around the boot, on top of the boot for your shift protector, and along the outside, these are all TPU panels, and they are expensive to make molds for every piece of a boot. There is a lot of sunk costs into getting into the boot game, and that TPU is gonna give you that durable shim protection right here. You get another panel down low, and like I said, all the way around the exterior of the boot, that's what's doing that heavy lifting when it comes to impact protection. On the back, you'll see this accordion flex zone down low. So that's gonna allow this boot to move forward. And then on the instep on your front, behind these buckles, it's all that same accordion flex. Gives you a nice, decent flex moving forward. When it comes to boots, it's all about protecting your ankle from ways that it shouldn't bend, but still allowing it to bend. So the accordion flex panels are the first step of that. When we go around the back and we look at this calf area, you also see they have one of their Alpinestar blade systems. So this extends up into here. This is gonna prevent hyperflexion or hyperextension. This is an added bit of safety protection that the Tech 3s do not have. And then when it comes to the ankle protection, they have their biomechanical hinge here. So you have another hinge that goes up into here. You can see that work as you go forward. It's gonna allow you to flex. And then on the inside, they have another hinge. So just so you can see how that works. So this is a 2-piece mechanism that's gonna keep your ankles from bending the wrong direction. Okay, let's flip this over and talk about the bottom of the Tech 7. So there's a lot going on in here, even though it doesn't look like it at first glance. You can see this seam that runs between the tread and the actual bottom of the boot. Let's talk about what's behind the tread first. That's an injection molded footbed that includes the hard toe box that gives you protection up front. It also has a steel shank that's in the middle of this boot. That's gonna allow the weight to be distributed from your foot peg across the bottom of your shoe. If you've ever jumped on a dirt bike with tennis shoes on to warm it up or something, you can feel that right away when you stand on the foot pegs, or God forbid you go try to kick a bike with tennis shoes on. Don't do that. Steel shank is there to distribute that weight. Now, below the actual bottom of the boot is the sole, and it wraps around all the way to the back. You can see that seam to this foot peg insert, and then up onto the front. The whole sole can be resoled. You can, if you're brave enough, you can do it yourself. You can buy those, or you can send them into Alpinestars and have them do it for you. They basically hit this with a heat gun, and they peel that off, and then glue a new sole on. Or you can just replace this foot peg insert, which is the primary wear point. They don't get worn out that often. Like I said, I got quite a few rides on this one. Now this is the Enduro sole. You notice it's got more tread on it, more knobby. So if you're dabbing, you're going through rocks, stuff like that, the Enduro sole is gonna give you more gription, whereas this is the smoother motocross sole. But like I said, I got a lot of rides on this. I'm not really hard on the foot peg insert, but should I want to keep riding these boots and keep them in service, this one's a little bit more chewed up. Eventually you'll wear through this and you'll actually see the sole, and you can replace these. It's a nice thing when you're investing this sort of money in a boot to know it's gonna, go the distance with you, and you can actually replace all the goodies on it. So Alpinestars is gonna get you a 1-year warranty on the Tech 7. Again, the gold standard for someone that's a serious rider. It's ready for the track. Some pros even use it. Not all of the pros use the Tech 10s. So just a great boot right out of the box. You're gonna love it. Head over to speedx.com to pick yours up today. If you still got questions, don't worry. Rider Support's standing by through live chat, email, and phone support, or you can just drop your question in the comment section below. You already got a set of Tech 7s. Let us know how you like them. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.